welcome to part 2 of my fucked up tutorials of SFM, known as a tutorial of sorts. I don't know what I'm fucking doing. Anyway, onto the tutorial. This time I'm going to be doing making characters. Now, I didn't say how to make characters last time. I only showed how to pose them, which you still got that video to watch. But yeah, we got, as I said in the last one, this is what we got here. We got the new session, which, just a quick recap, you can name what the session is called, which will show up this with the current session sequence or names or the current slot. I've never really paid attention, to be honest, with that. You can do that if you want to. Then you'd see where it's put. Obviously, I've got mine set to the right place. Then your frame rate, which I said is like, you could choose if you want to make a 60 frame animation, 30 frame, 25 or 15 frames, or if you want to do it anything like this, or like the parallel whatever settings here, whatever. But most of the things I've seen is like they just go for 24 frames. But yeah, so, and then you got the recent session here, which as you can see is that, and I've obviously got all this here, which is all my stuff. And then you got the open session through file dialog, which is basically you click that and then you go and find the file you want. For this, well, this part, don't just ignore that. That's just something you can look on your own if you ever get SFM, that is. Right, so what we're going to do now is we've got this, I got it called Test Carb. It's just a stupid fucking name, to be honest. Okay, let's just create that. Ugh, fuck. So, now we've got this created, it will, sorry about that, that's just a thing that happens with it. So, now we've got this created, it will be loaded as a black screen with no map loaded. Now, what you want to do is you can either go to File, Load Map, Control L, or right click on the black screen here and click Load Map. Now, last time I was using Upward for something else. I was using for the last map I loaded in, but you can load any map you want that's from the workshop or that is in SFM in general. So what we will do is we will look up what was it called? Stage. Yeah, stage big. So you just click enter or open or whatever's on the menu, because I'm usually pressing enter, and then what you do is you will load into this where it has a screen. Now, first thing I normally do when I'm loading things up is create a camera, click this arrow here, change scene to camera 1. Now this is on camera 1. Now these things here, as I said, is what you use to help pose and edit your clips. This one is the clip editor, is normally where you're moving across, add in sound effects and everything. The motion editor is mainly for your shit. It's mainly for your posters, because it allows you to move models, move cameras and everything. And then the graph editor is normally the one where you want to be using to animate. I'm nowhere good at animating yet. Actually, I am planning to hopefully return, but anyway, what you want to do is you'll click on camera. Now if I try to move, this comes up saying invalid manipulation, obviously saying basically you cannot move, you must move to the motion editor or graph editor to move the camera or the lights. That's why normally when you're rendering an animation or you're flicking through an animation, you're normally in clip editor. Motion editor is the most common use for posters, and that's where you can use click the mouse and then use your WASD and then the Z and X to move up and down. Simple shit. Now, just to change the word camera, you do that. Now, let me just angle the camera a bit more straight here. Now, here's what happens when you're spawning models in SFM. By the way, I'm still thinking about the Coppo thing, whatever about that at this moment, but yeah. What you want to do is you go to this icon here. Now, I've had people ask me about, like, why do I get this, and like the thing. I have told them, but this is just to help you out, is you go to this, drop down here, and then you click this one. As soon as I click this one, you see, the group disappears. But as soon as I go back and click it again, the group comes back. that's what you do if you want to group models together. I'll show you how to do that as well. So first, let's make a basic model of... Let's make Josephine, shall we? Let's make Josephine. So what we're going to want to do is, as soon as you click... yeah, I forgot to tell you. As soon as you click... Oh, mouse, can you... Oh, please. I'll edit this out and be back once this mouse decides to be fucking working again. Okay, maybe I might not edit that out because it was pretty short. But yeah, you click on this drop down menu. Oh shit. So you click on this drop down menu, it gives you this. That's how I got the camera. That's how you can spawn lights, particle systems, which I did in the thing. This existing element, I have no clue what does because I've never touched it. But what you want to do when you're throwing models in is create new, is animation set for new model. Now, creating characters in SFM is easy in a way, but at the same time it's kind of annoying. But I found a way that's made it a bit easier for me, but it can be different for everyone else. But this doesn't always happen because some of the clothes have different rigs, and that's what I'm going to show you with one of the rigs when I'm doing Josephine, because she's a simple character to do, but I've got a clothing that will not work because I don't have an IK rig, an AK rig, whatever the fuck it is. I don't have one of them for the top that she wears, so that's what we're going to have to do, is say, fuck that, and we'll have to do it the fucking hard way. But anyway, what you want to do is, because she's an Inkling girl, you want to put Inkling girl alt, because she has the ponytail thing. Now, you can narrow this down to save you looking through these all individually to find what one you want. Now obviously I want the IK model, so that brings it to a shorter thing, and then she's a blue eyes, despite it's on the top. You would type in blue or whatever is there. Fuck, shit. You type in IK space blue, not that, and then it'll come up with a blue there. Right, now once you click open or press enter, you'll see your model spawns in front of the camera. Now, there is an option that you can have it not look at the camera. I'm guessing what that does is basically it makes it spawn at the default point, I think. Let me just check that now. No, it just spawns, I guess it just spawns at the camera in general. Huh. Anyway, so now we've got the base model of Josephine, which is, in terms of way of thing, is basically, this model is basically the bare model. No clothes, nothing. But not to get confused with not safe for work shit. It technically is naked, but it's not naked as in whatever. Fuck that. But that's basically what this is. It's a naked model, that's what they call it. Now, her hair's the wrong colour, her skin's the wrong colour, and her short underwear is the wrong colour. Now, to change the colour, you've got to do the following steps. Right click the model, gives you this thing. The set skin, obviously I've got a set skin of 2 for her, so it makes it a bit darker. And then add override materials, this is something you want to do. And then you go over to show an element viewer model. Brings you up to this thing. By the way, I prefer this layout. Some other people do prefer a different layout, but yeah. This is what you're going to do. So now you've got these things called materials. You want to go into that list, and what you want to do is find team color underwear, and because it's the alt version, we're not changing the hairstyle, we need team color alt, and we obviously need the mouth as well. So you grab them, and here's the good thing, you can set one color to the color code, which is like so, and you can click copy, find the other ones you want, which is that one, and that one, and you can just go paste, paste, and paste. Easy as. So now we've got that, we've got it all set. Now it does have these things here. This is all for like if you're changing body textures and shite, but yeah, that's another thing I won't talk about. But to change eyes, it's just simply go into thing and you click right click, add attribute, string, and then you put in it the $, iris, no spaces. To remove the hair, you right click, add attribute, float, and then put square sign, no, $, alpha, again, no spaces. And that's how you make the hair invisible. Though, with it being invisible doesn't mean that it won't show up on the floor with the lighting, so be careful and wary of that. Now, we're going to load in her clothing. So, she has a baseball jersey. Does it have... No, it's not. Basketball jersey? No. Shit. The jersey, it's a... Right. Let's try, it should be in this one, I think it is. Set skin 6. No. You can tell it's a long time since I made her because I keep using the thing. There we go. That's the one she wears. Now, you notice these things here. This, basically, is these sliders basically change what the model looks like. So, the slide thins it. Bust adjust. Well, you already know what that means. It basically gives them bigger breasts. So, with the design that Josephine has, despite her model has small boobs, she's actually designed to have big. So, we're just going to have the bust on 0 for now, and trust it after. So now, what I found is the easy way is you would get this, drag it to this model. But as you see, if I do that, we don't need this. Now, this one's just pointless to lock. That's locked. But look at this shit. What the fuck's this? Left all of these things out. So now, you gotta go into this model, and you gotta manually attach all the bones. So, here's a fair point with this. With these non-IK models, they're labelled differently, but collar 1 is shoulder, upper arm is arm 1, yeah, the arm subs is in the unknown, that's something I just blocked by dragging it to the model. Lower arm is arm 2, and obviously hand is the hand, which is in hands. So now, let's just do this, like so. That's the arms done. Now, we're going to close the arms, open this. Now, this is where it's different again. Pelvis on this goes to hips, 0 goes to joint roots, 1 goes to spine, 1, 2 to spine 2, and 3 to chest. Now, if we click this model and use this function here, the 0, it moves it to the model for you. Now, if I move the model, the actual model, like the inkling for Josephine, it will say. Now, let's add a bust again, because, like I said, she's actually designed to have big boobs, big tits, whatever you would fucking call it. But yeah, that's what you do. Fucking hell, I hate these fucking stupid... Sorry. So now, what we want to do is we're going to grab her shoes, her hat, and her glasses, because she does wear glasses. Now her it's them. Now, because these are an IK model, it's just simple. It's just as simple as going, done. Piss up. This is gonna be a real piece of piss. Not really. SFM's fucking hard when you're first learning out. So that's why I'm kind of doing this, and it's kind of really for friends on Discord, because I know some people that are kind of struggling with SFM, so that's also kind of a way thing I want to try to help people in that way as well. So yeah. So now we've got this big, a lovely woman, lesbian. Yes, Josephine is a lesbian. Don't fucking right. Oh my god, oh my god, you got a fucking gay character, get the fuck off of the internet. Fuck off, you homophobic son of a bitch prick. I do not accept people being homophobes to my gay characters. Thank you very much. So, with that over the way, shut the fuck up and just listen. Now, we got the those on. Now, we just need to get the hat, which is a camo mesh. Okay, so, now, we got her hat. It's the wrong type. Well, actually, yeah, it is the right type. Let me just look up something, because I haven't... Because I have got a reference of her somewhere. Yeah, I do here. Yep, that's the right type. Thank fuck. Okay. Right, so we're going to do the same thing as we did with the hat by changing the colour. Now, sometimes the models will have a variant of different skin things, so you might have to go through looking at the right one, like just drag it to white if it changes, and just simply then if you've still got the colour code thing, then just do that, and then simple as. So that's a hat ready to go onto the model. I always do this when I'm doing hat ones. So I do bip head to that now, and then 0 in. Now I'm gonna grab the glasses, which is retro specs. Either one, it doesn't matter. Just one has a bit more shininess than the other. Who gives a fuck? That's just a model. Don't fucking at me. What am I saying? What the fuck? Okay. Anyway, now she's got that on, and then there. Now she's done. But wait a minute, JH, that doesn't look right. Her hair is sticking out of the camel mesh in a way it shouldn't be doing it. So, what are you supposed to do? Well, Josephine has a design where her ponytail comes out the back of the camel mesh, but first I need to rotate it so that to give it like a gravity effect, and then I'm going to place it in place, which is simple as. So, the easiest way to do that is you need to click on the model. It'll show you all these bones. Now, you want to click this one here, which is the rotate. This one is to move up and down, so if I were to by the way, to click bones like this, you click control, and then see, that will give you this. Rotate will give you that. This one will give you a rotate, but it's like on a work camera view. So like if I move it down or up, it'll always like be in a way that it faces the camera. It basically works in a similar principle to this one here, with the like the glowing circle here, and then this one. That's only just to show a point of where it is, really, because that's not really anything that's used. Select. It's useless. Right, so normally, when I'm as you can see, when I'm changing between them, I can change between them using the keyboard, as you can hear. What I'm usually doing is doing W and E to change it between these two modes, because that's the most used modes. Sorry for the silences, just things happening. But yeah, you're going to be wanting to use the rotate mode for making the hair look like it's got a gravity effect on her, whatever. And then, once we've done that, we can then get the root, which we're on now, to then move using this one here. By the way, these circle ones out of them, ones that do not follow the camera, but allows you to move it in a set of 2 axes instead of having to move it like up and then across. You can just move it like that on a diagonal and then get it more central and everything correctly. That's how you do that. It has it in 3 dimensions, X, Y, and Z, like so, as you can see. And in this one, that's basically like your default point, where it's like it just moves that, and it basically moves on a flat plane to where the camera is. So yeah, that's just how it is. So I will do that now using the rotate tool. So obviously we want, or the way I do it is I always do bottom hair first. So like move it so much, move it so much. It's like you don't want to move it too much that it looks too abnormal, but at the same time you want to move it enough so it looks a bit abnormal. Remember, this is, but then again, I prefer to put a lot of real life shit into mine, so yeah. So that's that one, looks pretty curved. Now we do this one, and we're going to do the same thing, but then we're going to follow it on top of the one we just did. Shit. Oh yeah, undo is Control Z. If I didn't say that in my other video. To be honest, I forgot a lot of shit that I said in my other video about this. And to be honest, if I'm repeating it, I'm sorry, but it may be the first thing people have seen of like my SFM tutorials, so yeah, that's kind of shitty on my part, but okay, let's get going. So now we've got that sorted. So now, oh yeah, by the way, Control also brings up this when you're selected on a bone, so that's how you can move individual bones separately as well. We click on the root, and now what we want to do is drag this roughly into place. Now we need to twist it so it makes it more ponytail-like. Drag into place so that the hairband is just on the edge, if it helps. So sometimes go in and get close to see if it's in the right place for you. Then there, yep, it's in a place, it got a ponytail, there we go, she's done. And that's a simple way of creating a character. And yeah, to open the eyes, it's basically just click on this or click on the eyes, click on the face thing here, which will basically show up all the eyes things. So then you can down, and then you can choose it to be derpy or extreme or like cross-eyed, and then you got the left and right, and then you got the local target thing. That's just basically where it is. But you want to go, but to open the eyes, you got to select the entire model or the open, and then you got to look for eyelid left, lower and upper, and the same for eyelid right, lower and upper. And there you go. See, her eyes are now open. Now, if I put this back to the 0.5, oh wait, by the way, to get that, it's double click on it, and then you can change it. So that is now back to center. So why is her eyes up like that? Well, it's to do with the view target here. Now if you see as I move it down, her eyes have become looking down. So wherever this is, it basically will put where the eyes are looking to. That's the basics of how to help yourself with eyes. I've got the posing thing, and if you've noticed as my channel profile pic, I've updated my OC's hairstyle. So I've basically got a custom hairstyle. So I want to touch on that quickly. How does one make a custom hairstyle that is like this, but that is a bit more complex? Well, it's simply to do with hairstyle parts. There is a thing on the workshop that's called the hairstyle parts, Splatoon hairstyle parts, and what it is basically it'll give you parts for the Inkling girl's hair, Inkling boy's hair, and a couple of the Octoling, and Pearl, and Marina, and Marie, and Callie. It basically has all the models of Splatoon. except from pretty much the alt models for it. But yeah, anyway, for one of my characters I have just basically two hairstyles combined, which is basically Josephine's hairstyle with the ponytail in the original position, and the classic Woomy, as I call it, hairstyle. It's just a simple fucking one, but yeah. So you would obviously just get the hairstyle, and just to make sure, I'm not changing her hairstyle at all to this, it's just to help people understand how to lock hairstyles to it. But what we will do is we will get the hairstyle. Now as you can see, it's got a couple of the parts here. I just added the extra one of these to him just to give it a bit more look. Now I'm not changing it yet, but as you can see, there's parts here of the hairstyles, like, and now this is the official hairstyles. But yeah, I am going to just show you how you connect this. Now to change the color is the same thing. You add your overrides, model, material, team color. If you haven't got the thing, you can always go back to where it is to paste it. There you go, it's pasted. Now the hairstyles are a bit of a bitch, to be honest. You cannot like click on the whole thing and zero it in. I will show you what happens. You click that and then you click this, you try to zero it in. Yeah, it deforms. As you can see, it's deforming as it goes to attach. So what do you do to counteract this? Well, click bip head, zero in, and there you go. That's how you add hairstyles to models that will be removing styles like the standard hair for the alt. And bearing in mind, when you're changing hairstyles from the alt to, say, the one I just put on of an Inkling girl, you always want to use the alt model. Please do not use the non-alt model, basically the standard model, because it will just cause the eyebrows to disappear, so then it basically looks like you've got holes in the friggin' head. So yeah, so I forgot to tell you, how to group things is you just basically do this, Control Shift, that's how you can select them all, then you go to Group, select the tags, and there you go. Now I'm going to take this one off because that's irrelevant to what we're doing. So now we're going to click that. Now everything's saying, now to get it on the floor, you want to click that center point there, Shift, and move the mouse, and it will automatically put the model on the floor. This is a good thing if your model is, say, miles away like that, and you want it to come back to you. So you click that, do that, and it's there. Simple. Now I'll show you what happens if you do. Oh yeah, you can right click there and get the same menu there. So now I'm going to show you what happens if you do the Inkling without the alt model. So we got the IK normal model, and now we're going to try and remove its hair. Dumb mistake, I still do. Plenty of people will do the mistakes even when they're pros at it. But yeah, as you can see, there's no team color alt, but we're just getting rid of the team color, so we'll just get rid of team color. So you click float, and like I said earlier, you just $sign alpha done. Oh, by the way, I clicked shift by accident, that's why that moves. And as you can see, what the fuck is that? No eyebrows? Let's just darken it. Yeah, that's it. No eyebrows. If I take this alpha thing off, her eyebrows come back. So always, when you're making a model that doesn't have this default hair, please use the alt this alt model, because I will show, because it just doesn't thing, so you just get rid of that. So we got the Alt-IK. Now if I do the same thing with this, you see we've got the team color alt, that's what you go for. I'm pretty sure I said this already, but it's easy to just show you. And there you go. It disappears. Now obviously it's going to show the other parts, but easy way to just get rid of that. Just like that. Just drag them right down to below, into the depths of hell, or whatever you want to fucking call it. And there, you don't have to alpha the others. Simple. Now, you've got the model to put any hair you want on it. As simple as. When you're combining hairstyles, you just basically put in multiple hairstyles on the same character. But as you can see, this is how you get the alt. But like I said, if I bring the other part up, change the skin to a darker skin, and then add a light, point it down near the ground, move it across, up. Now, we'll make it bigger just to help you see it. We'll lower the intensity a little because it's way too pissing bright. Holy shit! Look! Despite the fact the ponytail is invisible, it will still always show, oops, in the light. Even if I got rid of them, it will always show in the light, as I will show you now. Off string. Or if you accidentally click it, you can just click there and it can change it. See? Completely gone. Invisible. Can't see shit about it. Light says otherwise. So always, when you're trying to do it, hide these parts. It's different, so that's what you do with the Inkling girl. The Inkling boy, however, is different. The Inkling boy, because it basically has the, as I would call it, the Woomy type hairstyle. If I did the same thing, it would show that they are still there. This is easier to see sometimes in Gmod when you're using the invisible tool. And yes, I have got Gmod, and I have tried it, and I have streamed it, surprisingly. But yeah. Anyway, so you do the same thing. You right click on the alt, go to float, add the $alpha, because this is a American program. It's like kind of thing, but yeah, it's developed by Valve and they don't do shit to it, so, but yeah. Wait, I spelled it wrong. There we go. Renamed it, as you can see, completely invisible, but the light's still picking it up. So ways you can do it with the Inkling boy is you could add a size control thing to the, this like bright light's killing me. You can add a scale control to the top bone for the hair here and scale it down to 0, or you can basically just grab this, move it in, and then move it back a little, and then you click hair 5, move that up, then hair 8, move that up. As you can see, it does not exist. but the other side does. So, I hope that helps you all with characters in SFM and how some things function. I hope you have enjoyed. I hope this was also helpful. And yeah, I will see you in whatever next video I make. So, bye.